Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to make sure I didn't have any lipstick on my teeth because I feel like that happens to me a lot in videos. I am going to show you guys how I go about applying my everyday eyeshadow and how I do my bronzer and blush and lipstick. This is the look that I have been wearing a lot recently. Sometimes I'll wear eyeliner, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll do just like mascara, or sometimes I'll wear false lashes with it. But basically, this is my everyday makeup routine. So if you guys would like to see how to do this, just keep on watching the video and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you're curious as to how, I just said that really weird. If you're curious as to how I did my foundation or how I did my eyebrows, I will link those videos down below because I have done tutorials on this exact foundation that I'm wearing today and the exact same way that I did my eyebrows. So I have those videos linked down below. But the first thing that I do in my everyday eye routine is I go ahead and put down an eyeshadow primer, and I have been using this Milani eyeshadow primer. This is probably my favorite drugstore eyeshadow primer. I really like this one. And honestly, I think it might just be my all-around favorite eyeshadow primer. Like, even against high-end eyeshadow primers, I feel like this is just as good as those. So I will just put this down on my eyelids from like my lash line all the way up to the brow bone. So usually while that's drying, I will go ahead and do like my bronzer and stuff. And the bronzer that I use is this Maybelline Master Bronze by FaceStudio. And I know that this bronzer was limited edition, but I love this thing. I need to go out and purchase some other bronzers, so they're not limited edition. But the brush that I have been loving to use to apply this bronzer is this Real Techniques. I can't remember which one this is. I think it's the bronzing brush. But I got this for Christmas and I absolutely love this brush. I know that several of you guys recommended this brush to me, but I will just put this bronzer in the area where I would contour and also like for my blush, because sometimes I use the bronzer as a blush as well on a day-to-day basis. Not for sure today if I'm just going to go strictly this for my blush, but I just put it in this area. I feel like my video is kind of dark. Like, I feel like it's really dark over here. Don't know why. Okay, maybe that's better. And then I'll take the bronzer and I'll just put it up here at my temples. I'll put some on the sides of my nose, and then I will brush some like here on my jawline and also down on my neck. For my eyeshadow, like for my eyeshadow base, I'm going to use my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the color Soft Ivory. And I really like this as a eyeshadow, like for just like an eyeshadow all over the lid, like a flesh tone eyeshadow. I feel like it works really, really well. It doesn't crease or anything, and I really like the color of it. I feel like it has a lot of pigmentation to it. And I'm just going to be using the E70 brush by Sigma to apply this eyeshadow. Or powder. It's not really eyeshadow. Okay, then after I do that, then I go ahead and apply my crease color, which I'm going to go in with my bronzer. So whatever bronzer you're using, just use that for your crease color. And gotta find my makeup brushes. Also find too, with using like your powder for your eyeshadow or like a bronzer for your crease color, it really helps to cut down on the products that you use in the morning. So that's another bonus to doing it this way. And then I'm just going to use the E40 brush by Sigma to apply this bronzer to my crease. So I just point the brush upwards like that. I know that you guys have seen me apply crease colors with this brush before like this, but that way it doesn't get on the eyelid, it just gets up in the crease. And I really have been enjoying using bronzer as my crease color. I don't know, I really like the way it looks. It really helps to warm up my complexion and just make my eye color really stand out. I guess because I have a lot of warm kind of tones in my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with the Pencil E30 brush by Sigma. and get some more of this bronzer on this brush, and I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go in with this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit, and I'm going to go in with a mix of these two browns. I really like using all these colors for eyeshadows as well as for like brow colors. This middle color here is perfect for my eyebrows, so if you're a blonde, that shade is perfect. I didn't use that today for my eyebrows, but when I want a quick like eyebrow look or whatever, I will use this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit for that. And the shade that I have in this is light. I know they also make medium, but I have the light. And I just mix these two colors together, and then I'm just going to put this in the crease as well. Just kind of more focused in the crease, not up so high, and more out here on this outer V area. And I'm using the E25 blending brush by Sigma to apply this. So see, I take it down here like this, and then I bring it up like that. And this eyeshadow, like, it looks like you used really expensive eyeshadows, I feel like, once I get this look completed. But I mean, I use the same products basically on my face, on my eyes, and you know, it cuts down on products, so you save money. And I don't know, I think this is just a great everyday kind of look. It also looks like natural, but at the same time dramatic. I don't know, I just have been in love with this eyeshadow look. And I'm gonna go back with some more of the powder on the E70 brush and just kind of touch up my eyelid just to make sure it's light and bright. And then I'm going to go in with the pencil E30 brush and this brown at the bottom of this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit. And then I'm just going to run this here just on this last half of the eye. Not all the way in, but just like out here. And don't poke yourself in the eye. I feel like I'm making really weird faces. I'm like, ugh. Okay, then I'm going to go back with a little bit more of the bronzer and the E40 brush and just make sure I blend this really well. Okay, then for the highlight, I'm going to go in with the highlight shade in this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit and the little sponge that came in the kit, and I'm just going to run this on the brow bone. And I'm also going to put this color in the inner corner of my eye as well. Kind of put it up on the lid just a little bit too, like that. And then with the rest of the eyes, it really just depends day to day. Some days I might wear black liquid liner, some days I might just wear mascara, some days I might do false lashes, and so it really just depends day to day. But this is the base that I do with the eyeshadows. Today, I think I am going to go ahead and apply liquid liner and mascara. I'm not going to do false lashes today, but I have videos on how I do my liquid liner and how I go about applying my mascara routine and all that. So I'll have those videos linked below if you'd like to see how I do that. I feel like it's really redundant for me to show it to you. So yeah. Okay, so I'm back. If you want to know like my products, like my mascara and eyeliner that I used and stuff like that, I'll have all the products that I used on my face listed down in the description box, so just expand that. But I'll also have like my eyeliner tutorial and my mascara thing tutorial, whatever, listed down below too. Okay, so the next thing that I do with my everyday makeup routine is I go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and apply my lipstick first and then my blush. I like to do this sometimes so that I don't apply too much blush because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. I'm just going to use this Fergie Wet n Wild lipstick in the color Fergie Daily. You can tell I love this lipstick. The packaging is completely destroyed. Currently, right now, this is my favorite nude lipstick from the drugstore, or even high-end. This is my favorite nude of the moment. I love it. And then I'm just going to top it with this YSL Golden Gloss in the shade 10. And I mentioned this in my last makeup tutorial, but this is my favorite lip gloss right now. I know it's expensive, but I really like it. I think it's really pretty. And it goes great with like nude lipsticks. Okay, for my blush, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Studio Blush in the color Tickled Pink. And to apply this blush, I'm going to use my new Real Techniques blush brush. I'm in love with this blush brush. It's so nice. And I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks. And then for a highlight, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Baked highlighter in the color Blush Gems. I want to get some more of these e.l.f. baked highlighters because I love this one so much. And I'm just going to dust that like right here on the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to put some kind of like all over the center of my face. I really like the way this looks. Like it just gives my face a really highlighted look. And I know I've done this before in makeup tutorials. Well, I think in my Christmas one I did this, but. And then that is my current everyday makeup routine or eyeshadow routine. I guess it's more than just eyeshadow because I showed you guys like my blush and stuff. But if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in my next video. And I hope that you all have an awesome day. Bye bye, guys. Mwah.